When you're assigning subject headings for a book, you may not be working completely from scratch. You might have some subject heading information available to you in the Cataloging in Publication information, or CIP information for short. And this CIP information is a bibliographic record prepared by the Library of Congress for a book that has not yet been published. And if your book has CIP information, it will be on the back of the title page. And as you can see, this CIP information does usually include at least one subject heading. This book happens to have one subject heading of cataloging. Now remember that this record, including the subject heading, was created before the book was actually published. So it was not created by somebody who had the book in their hand. They were probably working off of a title page and perhaps an abstract. So keep that in mind and don't necessarily accept the subject headings from CIP information as absolutely accurate. If you feel that there are other ones needed, then, or if this one needs to be taken away entirely and substituted for something else, definitely go ahead and do that. Still do your technical reading of the item and see if you feel that the CIP subject headings are accurate. So for example, this book is called Conversations with Catalogers in the 21st Century, and as you can see, the CIP record has one subject heading of cataloging. Now I looked this record up in OCLC to see if this had been modified at all since the book was published, and in fact it had. As you can see in the 650 tag there, the one subject heading for this book is now Cataloging History 21st Century. So clearly somebody updated this and felt this was a more accurate reflection of the content. Now after this, I decided to look and see what some of the libraries who have imported this record from OCLC into their catalogs have done. And here's one, and you can see that they kept the original CIP subject heading of cataloging. They have the Cataloging History 21st Century as well, and then they added one for catalogers because they felt this book really focused on catalogers as people rather than just the subject of cataloging. So you don't necessarily have to take what is given in a CIP record. Still do your technical reading, still use your own cataloger's judgment to decide if the CIP headings are in fact accurate.